Hey, this is for anyone looking for some basketball content going over the fundamentals of the game. You can check out my Udemy page as I have some online basketball courses going over basketball for beginners, dribbling, shooting, post moves, and triple threat moves. So you can get these courses for an affordable price. The link is in the description below, and if you're interested, look to enroll today. Hey, what is up everyone? Koballa here with another video, and today we're going to do another Koballa breakdown of just another game, another player that I am interested in breaking down. This past week, once the NBA playoffs has started, it's been a lot of fun watching all these basketball games, and majority of these games have been very competitive going down to the wire, and it's been a lot of fun watching basketball once again, especially during the playoffs where it gets even more competitive. So recently we had an amazing game winner by the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers, where we have a superstar in the Mavs in Luka Doncic. So I want to do a quick breakdown of that game and also give a little background of who he is and the potential of how great this guy can actually be. So let's look at his Wikipedia page, kind of look at his resume. Obviously, before he even got drafted, there's just a lot of hype behind him, through the NBA scouts and all that. And he was projected to be one of the top players in the draft, which is pretty interesting, because he was very young when he got drafted. I believe he was like 19. But the thing is, even though he was 19, he already had an impressive resume playing in the EuroLeague. So pretty much being a high school kid playing against men, and already padding up his basketball resume is pretty impressive. So, if you look here in his wiki page, he won the 2018 Euro title, also won the MVP. A lot of awards right off the bat, a lot of experience as a young kid. You can already see the awards down here to the right. He played at Real Madrid before going to the NBA, got a lot of experience there. Obviously, growing up playing basketball as he was a kid. But obviously in Europe, it's a little different how they do things there. They develop these young players through like a farm system and already get these kids in like the pro clubs, and at every age group they just start molding them and developing them pretty early. So it seems like Luka is just a product of that European farm system, and he certainly flourished and became great in the EuroLeague and really established himself as such an early age. That's why there was so much hype before he got drafted, because of his experience and what he already accomplished at such a young age. He played at Real Madrid for like 3 seasons, won the EuroLeague, and if you just look at his stats, I mean, obviously he was developing and didn't really, the stats don't really look that impressive, but, you just have to look at his skill level and what he accomplished, and he certainly has done a lot. But really interesting. I mean, you look at these seasons. This is like 4 or 5 years ago, and he's pretty much a kid probably like a 15, 16-year-old. And just having this experience already getting MVP, it's very, very impressive. So right off the bat, you know he is being looked at by these scouts, and he ends up getting 3rd overall pick, 2018 NBA draft. He then gets traded to the Mavs for Trae Young. Very interesting. Both players are doing phenomenal after being drafted. Luka happens to take the Mavs to the playoffs, to his first playoff appearance, going against the Clippers this year. So let's go over his stats before we go over that Game 4 performance. I mean, if you just look at his stats within the 2 seasons, it's just ridiculous for him at his age to be performing at the level that he is. But the thing is, like we mentioned before, he has so much experience right off the bat at a young age. So playing against pros in Europe, which is probably the next best league right under the NBA. So for him to blossom and do well right off the bat is not too surprising, but still very impressive. And you could just see his rookie year, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. His rookie year, that is ridiculous. And second year, he already takes the Mavs to the playoffs as being the best player, scoring about 29 points, 9 assists, about 10 rebounds, almost averaging a triple-double into his second year in the NBA. So that is just remarkable. So we'll go into his playoff games. He played 4 games against Clippers. So he's pretty much averaging a triple-double, 30 points a game. Shooting 52% from the field goal. He already set the record for the most points in his playoff debut, which is just absolutely ridiculous. 42 points in the NBA playoff debut, which is the most. So he's already setting records. And recently he became the 3rd player having 40 plus points, 15 plus rebounds, and 10 plus assists, in good company with Charles Barkley and Oscar Robertson. That is just insane. For him, first 4 games into the playoffs, averaging like a triple-double and already setting records. That is just remarkable. And he's going against one of the favorites to win the championship in the Clippers and tying the series. So he is coming off an ankle injury where he did roll his ankle. He had to leave Game 3, and he comes back in Game 4 and has an incredible performance. So let's take a look at that game. Okay, this is just obviously ridiculous game he's having against Kawhi, one of the best players in the NBA, and the ridiculously stacked Clippers. There's good defense there by Doncic.
And only made 4 3-point shots.
Way to draw the defender and pass it to the corner and Burke. He has a lot. I mean, the Mavs also have a lot of great players on their team, along with Doncic. So it definitely makes his game a little easier. Nice hesitation and crossover and attacking Zubac, beating him off the dribble.
Clippers by 8. We're midway through the first. Nice feed inside.
So he could pretty much do it all. He could grab boards, defend, pass the ball, facilitate, nice dish to the corner, and also be able to score the ball very well. Just has a great all-around game. Can dribble the ball as well. Can do it all.
Back out Curry. Curry.
Very interesting in these possessions that Morris is guarding him. Obviously, you'll have Kawhi, probably Paul George, all switching off on him.
As we approach the midway point of the second, Doncic with a rebound, trying to draw the foul on Green. Continues all the way, coast to coast, off the glass is good.
Wow, way to take it to the hole, all the way there.
Burke lines up a three. That's good. Trey Burke once again with his 7th rebound. He's got 6 assists. Hasn't scored a heck of a lot. Drives, gets inside, right on cue, count it, and the foul.
Interesting how Coach Rivers likes to put Morris on him a lot too, in a lot of possessions. Adds that extra height.
Undermanned Mavericks team.
Here you have a mismatch with a smaller guard on Doncic, so he takes it right to the hole. Good recognition. Good way to attack him right away.
He just manages the game so well. 3-pointers up. It's good.
Nice shot. I mean, with Kawhi guarding him, just running a lot of screens for Doncic to possibly have a switch, free him up. Good help block on Doncic.
But they're going to say Clipper ball. 15 points in this one.
Definitely running the offense through him. A lot of screens set for him. Look at that double screen here. They switched PG on him. PG had him. Still got a really nice shot. Create a little separation there to get a floater.
With the Utah Jazz, who wound up having to go down to the G League. He said it was a very humbling experience. Oh, nice Euro step from Doncic.
Very difficult to guard him, especially with a lot of screens being set.
Jim Hardaway connects on a 3, and it's a 1-point game.
And you also surround him with a lot of great scorers and shooters. Just gotta free him up. Free other shots for his teammates. Great defense. Good strip on Paul George.
On the steal, Doncic takes it away from Paul George. Drives inside.
Wow, again, same play. Does the same thing. Let's look at that again.
On the steal, Doncic takes it away from Paul George. Drives inside. Fake shot.
It almost looks like it's the same play, but I thought I was rewatching the same thing.
Well defended by the Clippers.
See, this is the first one. Paul George drives, spins, knocks it off.
Doncic takes it
right?
away from Paul George. Drives inside. Fake shot. Banks it home.
It's a bad play by Luka that time.
Well, actually, it is the same play. This is like tripping me out.
Drives inside. Fake shot. Banks it home. Fake shot. Game. Well defended by the Clippers.
Just a bad play by Luka.
Yeah, that kind of tripped me out. It is the same play.
It's a bad play by Luka.
Banks it home. Mavericks are getting blown out in the second quarter, down by 21. No Porzingis, more. Janovic throws it down.
Nice play.
Assist, and that's number 10 for Doncic.
But he's
Kind of shielding Kawhi and then giving a nice pass to Boban.
Doncic goes hard, kicks it out. Hardaway corner 3, puts it in.
I mean, that pass right there.
Just can do it all, man. Can score the ball, can shoot,
Jackson up top.
facilitate, has good court vision.
Doncic guarded by JaMychal Green.
He's doing this on a sprained ankle.
Marjanovic now with 10.6 rebounds off the bench.
Against this, you still got to put the ball in Doncic's hands.
Drives on Harrell. Bank shot is good.
And I'm going to help off Kid Gilchrist.
Doncic again.
See, he's listed at 6'7", but it looks like he's even taller than that. He might be like 6'8", 6'9".
Doncic drive.
He's so huge, man, and you know, it's hard to guard him, man, with that height and skill. Oh, a little ISO against Morris. Follows up on a shot. It's incredible what he's doing with the ankle that he has. Oh my gosh, he has that. So he has a really nice move. I've seen this move a lot from Doncic, where he goes like between the legs and does a quick little step back to his left. So they switch on it. He goes to his right between the legs and then step back. Very quick move. It's like his patented move that he's
Luka Doncic from downtown,
really
back up
got
to
down.
6. Lou Williams is on Doncic. Long
See, he does that
three-pointer.
little step back and pull up.
Luka Doncic from
Very,
way downtown.
very effective move,
The lead is
especially
back
at
up
his
to
height too.
7.
You know, a lot of smaller
Weighted
guys
victory. Doncic
really
versus
won't be
Leonard.
able to guard that.
Leonard, little give and go, deflected. Ball still loose and picked up. Trey Burke had the initial deflection.
To the Mavs, just 3 seconds left on this shot clock.
It's so
Inside
crazy.
goes
He's going
Smith,
against
banks it home.
just like the Clippers with Kawhi guarding him
Throws it back up top, Cleveland.
and
Now back to Doncic.
other Clipper
In
players,
the paint,
and
drives
he's
it more,
just
steps back and banks it home to tie it
he's just
again.
tearing them up, man. It's really incredible.
I like this matchup about Luka. Could use that strength.
Spins on Jackson, layup, it's good.
And it's interesting why that Jackson's on him a lot too, because he's really taking advantage of that mismatch. So I wonder if Clippers will make that adjustment, maybe having Paul George on him more or Kawhi more. Obviously, it makes sense that Kawhi wouldn't be guarding him as much, given that he has more of a offensive load. But then you have great defenders like Paul George. And you also have good size with Morris on him, so pretty interesting there. And this is the last play, so let's break down. Let's look at it real time. So they do switch on it with Jackson on him. Does that same move, crossover, step back. Incredible, man. What an amazing shot.
Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
Wow, against tied a series, 7th seed with an injured Doncic. But let's look at that last play real quick. So here you have it set up with Doncic setting the screen for Seth, right? Seth, the option could go to him, where he's probably coming. He'll be coming off 2 screens right there. It's kind of a fake screen by Keeber. But they switch on it. So after Doncic sets a screen is set for him, and they immediately switch on it, which is pretty interesting. Because if you look at earlier possessions, Doncic did really well against Jackson when he had him defending him.
Back to Doncic.
Goes between the legs, crossover, step back, and just Jackson being 6'2", 6'3", going against a guy that's 6'9", that has a great shot and create his own shot. The odds are definitely in Luka's favor.
Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
They were only down by 1. They could have gone for the 2, but Doncic decides to go for the 3. And it pays off. What a great shot. Great game. It was very fun to watch. So yeah, if you look at a guy like Luka Doncic, for him to do this in the first 4 games and being injured, putting up the stats that he has, and also making it a competitive series, it makes you wonder the potential for him as, you know, in his place in the NBA. And within a couple years, I mean, he's already established himself as a superstar and a franchise player. Now the question is he going to be the top guy in the NBA? Is he setting himself up for that? And I think he is a top 5 player. If not now, certainly in the next couple years or even next year. I mean, he's already proving himself that he is an elite player, and he's even producing in the playoffs against one of the top teams in the NBA, actually favored to win the title. So it's very interesting to see him do that, especially in Game 4 where they did not have Porzingis. So very interesting. My gosh, like where he can be, what he's doing right now is just simply incredible and amazing. And if he could get past the Clippers, I mean, my goodness, Like, that'd be a crazy upset. But it'll be interesting to see where he takes the Mavs in the next couple games with the Clippers, or even in this playoffs, and where he established himself among the NBA superstars. So I'm excited to see him in this playoff, and obviously in the coming years in his NBA career. So hopefully I'll do more breakdowns on him as we go on. But this will be the end of this Luka Doncic Game 4 breakdown. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys aren't subscribed already, please do, and drop a like for this video.